With Jungkook's second single about to be released, G-Idle's soon-to-be-released English album, and Lisa about to embark on a 3-day, 5-performance exclusive show in Crazy Horse, many fans are delighted. K-pop artists are serving, conquering the global music industry. Unfortunately, many fans are also unhappy. Many fans feel that more and more K-pop and Asian stars are succumbing to the English language and American pop sounding beats and instruments, that they're actually losing their identity as Asians, in particular Korean. Lisa's show, even though it hasn't happened yet as of recording, is being criticized because of the history and reputation of the venue, a cabaret. So are they really selling out in pursuit of international success? Are the quality of their works getting worse because they are concerned about commercial success rather than presenting their own type of music? Are they really losing their own identity? And why are fans not doing anything to stop it? Hi! If you do end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when there's a new video getting published. More importantly, please share the video if you can, because that's really helping my channel. Okay, Jungkook's new single 3D is going to come out tomorrow, and I think it was Jeff Benjamin who confirmed that the single was actually co-produced and co-written by the same co-writer and co-producer of Dynamite, which is David Stewart. So everyone's excited, including me. And G-Idle decided that they were going to push the release of their first English album, Heat. It's going to be in October, and Lisa is very much well on her way to preparing for her 3-day, 5 exclusive shows in Crazy Horse. A lot of people are excited, and a lot of fans are also pissed because they feel like everyone now, not just K-pop artists, but Asian artists are making their way west, and they feel like they're forgetting their roots, which is their Asian identity. Inevitability of global fusion. We have to understand that along with global connectivity and physical accessibility of places, people, information, and culture is the inevitability of fusion and evolution. It's human nature to adapt, evolve, and change. From the food that we eat, to the language that we speak, to the clothes that we wear, we will adapt and we will evolve. If there is anyone more susceptible to this, it would be artists. Because artists explore, they dig, they expand, they change. They are supposed to be more open, and that's why they get into the business of creating in the first place. Jungkook, G-Idle, Lisa, and many other K-pop or Asian pop stars became so successful so early. It's natural for them to keep on going. The tendency is to look into other cultures, sound, and influences. 50 years ago, they would have been limited to their own country's sound and culture because we didn't have the internet as fast and as free and as vibrant as the one that we have now. Commercial flights cost an arm and a leg. Back then, trying new sounds meant actually learning instruments to play the beats. It meant listening to nature to look for new sounds or forcing your brain to do somersaults to produce something new. Now, it's just an afternoon of intense session with YouTube, and you will have all the sound in the world at your fingertips. When you have everything you can think of at your fingertips, it doesn't automatically mean you're going to be satisfied. You would still want to explore, to try something new. Maintaining the Asian in them. The natural question is, why aren't they maintaining their Korean or Asian sound or aesthetic? Well, G-Idle has always been known for writing their own songs. They didn't write any of the songs in their English album. Jungkook is using all American songwriters and producers in an English single. And Lisa is performing in a cabaret when she came from a still largely conservative country. For G-Idle and Lisa, their projects are yet to be released. But for Jungkook, if you listen closely, you will realize that his interpretation of the song is very, very Korean. I know it's hard to recognize given that he is singing in English with a simple beat and melody commonly associated with American pop. But try to imagine the song being sung by a Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake and maybe even an Usher, and you would immediately recognize just how much sexier they would have interpreted the song with how they would glide vowels, their melisma, their vocal coloring, and vocal fry. You would recognize just how Jungkook actually kept his identity, even though we all know the versatility of his voice. He opted to actually keep his interpretation, for lack of a better word, virgin. His resonance is enough to give the song his initial thumbprint, and opted to sing to give the song texture by allowing the emotions to come through rather than highlighting his vocal ability. He may be singing in an English song with a melody and beat commonly associated with American pop, but he interpreted it in a very Jungkook way. Hand that song to an American pop star, and that song is going to feel entirely different. Their maiden voyage. We also need to understand that these artists are in the early stage of their solo global career, and for G-Idle, the start of their US venture as a group. They may be certain that this is what they want to do now, but it doesn't mean that they are done molding themselves to the artist they want to become. If they are the true artists we know that they are, we will witness more experiments. They will try to push themselves farther out of their comfort zones. Some of it we will like and some of it we will hate. The key is to understand the path that they are taking and appreciate the risks they are taking. And while constructive criticism should be welcome, straight up hating isn't. When criticizing, stay within the art and stay out of their personalities and characters. We don't know them as people. Let's keep it within the art. Unboxing the mystery. We also need to understand that K-pop has been translating their Korean songs to Japanese and writing entirely new songs in Japanese for decades. They create new choreography and design an entirely different promotion for Japan. Some Koreans hate it for historical and political reasons, but fans from other countries don't see anything wrong with it. Why is it suddenly an issue when they are singing in English? Stop and think. Is this really about the artist's loss of their Asian identity? Or is this about the fans' loss of their Asian fetish that when it isn't mysterious or foreign anymore, they feign anger at the Western market for ruining it when K-pop has always been highly influenced by the West and by the global industry in general? For decades, there have been so many songs written and produced by Western producers and composers. Singing and performing in English should really be a natural extension. Sonic hallucination. Many forget that Jungkook's fame and success along with his group BTS is really grounded on their global appeal. BTS has consistently experimented with different sounds and influences, from classical to Latin to Caribbean to Oriental. BTS was never scared to dive deep into different types of sonic and visual influences. That is part of what attracted the global market to them. If at all, Jungkook's solo ventures are a natural extension of what he was already doing. Same thing is true for Lisa. What made her so successful solo is how she appealed to an audience outside of Korea. Her songs Money and La Lisa are as Western as they come, even when she was singing half of it in Korean. What she is doing now is a natural extension of what made her popular. The new breed of global pop stars. For way too long, the airwaves have been filled with songs glamorizing crime, sexual assault, drug abuse, and just harmful fantasies. So rare are songs written for either the sheer enjoyment of humming simple but beautiful melodies or to push humanity towards good. For way too long, we see performers take the primetime stage to perform a simulation of crimes or acts that shouldn't be on primetime. It's time we get a new breed of superstars who will push the art, evolve the role of artists and the culture of fans towards something better. G-Idle, for one, has deconstructed the image of girl groups, proving they are just as capable as men to set the direction of their own career and art. BTS has redefined the actual reach and role of music and artists in people's lives. The global music industry is actually scrambling to create artists after their image. The global music industry needs them. Yes, it's fully understandable why many fans actually feel slighted that the artists they nurtured and supported, they now have to share with the world. But we also need to understand it's the natural result of the success we help them achieve. Just because somebody is a hater doesn't make everything that they will say wrong, right? Because somebody can still hate and still say the right thing. But you just need to be very discerning on what part of their narrative you will listen to, because they could package all of those in one whole hate package and you might not even be aware what direction you're getting pulled into. There are some fans that I feel are legitimately worried that this artists that they have come to love and relate to might actually lose their identity. But there are also fans that I believe are just hating because their own favorites are not getting the same kind of success or attention or opportunity. So just be very, very discerning who you're listening to. Overall, I think for JK, for G-Idle, and for Lisa, they're all at the stage of their career where they're trying to experiment and see what else is there. Jungkook himself said that he wants to conquer all genres. He's already done a lot with BTS, but remember that this is his solo career, and he's the youngest. There's so much more that he can do, and I feel like he's just trying to just go out there and see what direction he really wants to take, what kind of music he will enjoy. But I know that eventually in the overall discography of Jungkook, this is just going to be one significant and important, but just one chapter of that prolific and long career that he's going to have. And I think that's the same for G-Idle. I think one good thing about them is that they've already established what they can really do creatively, and how that creative direction has actually given them commercial success even in Korea. So now that they're trying to, test the waters in the West, I think this is going to be a good experience for them. I don't know what they are going to eventually realize or discover about themselves or discover about the market, but I think this is more than anything a learning experience for them. And the same thing is true with Lisa. She hasn't, aside from Money and La Lisa, she hasn't really released any other album. So I think this is her first legitimate step towards really discovering who she is as an artist. So I would look at this part of their career exactly as their beginning, not really the highlight of their careers. Especially for Jungkook, his two releases. Well, we haven't listened to the second one, but for Seven, it's really a summer song, something very, very light, and I don't think that he really meant it to become a work of art. It's not really a masterpiece. I think it's meant to be light, and it's meant to be something that just people are going to enjoy. And I think it's going to, even for 3D, I think is going to achieve that. Just like what Butter and Dynamite did for BTS, those aren't their best songs in terms of message or production value, but it served a specific purpose for their discography. And this is the same thing that those two songs that will do to Jungkook's career. Okay, so I think I know and I expect that a lot of fans are not going to like it, and then there are a lot of fans that will like it as well. But as for me, I'm thinking of it that way. This is the beginning of their journey towards a long, prolific career, and it's going to serve a specific purpose once that discography becomes whole. So I'm just going to enjoy it. I hope you guys do too. I'm pretty confident that they will always, especially for Jungkook, I'm pretty sure that he is, and for G-Idle as well, and for Lisa as well, I'm pretty sure they will forever have that Asian sensitivity, identity, and that cultural heritage in them. All right. I would love to hear your thoughts though. You can say anything that you want. You know me. You know this channel. You can say anything you want. You can disagree with me. You can disagree with each other. Just please, please be respectful. So leave them in the comment section below. You can also get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Most especially, do not forget to share the video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Till next time.